Let's talk about what happens when a man of pure science and logic gets sent to a place that just defies all of it. We're about to follow a photographer on a job that turns into a full-blown supernatural nightmare, deep inside a forest that doesn't just hide secrets, it actively keeps them. This right here, this is what our protagonist, a guy who lives and breathes through his camera lens, is about to learn the hard way. His journey isn't just about what you can see. It's about what gets burned onto your soul when the world you thought you knew just crumbles. All right, so our story is all about Veer, a pretty famous wildlife photographer. Now, this is a man who trusts his gear, his skills, his own two eyes, not local spooky stories. But his next assignment, it's going to push the very limits of that rational mind of his. Okay, so Veer is the real deal. We're talking National Geographic, international magazines. He's at the top of his game. His mission is to snag the first ever photo of this super elusive bird, the Kali Chhaya. This shot could be the crown jewel of his entire career. So what's the catch? Well, the only place it's ever been seen is in a forest called Andhervan, and this place has a seriously dark reputation. Before he even takes a single step into the trees, a village elder gives him this really chilling warning. But to Veer, a guy who deals in facts and camera settings, this is just, local folklore. He's got his eyes on the prize, completely unaware of what he's really walking into. So as Veer pushes deeper into Andhervan, the place itself starts to, push back. You get the sense that this isn't just a setting for our story, it's a character, and a pretty menacing one at that. The very first thing he notices is the air. It gets thick, heavy, oppressive. Like every single breath is a struggle. It's the first real clue that maybe the normal rules of nature don't quite apply here. And then comes that feeling. You know the one. That primal, back of your neck prickling feeling. He can't see anything, but he knows. He just knows that he's being watched. Unseen eyes are locked on him from the darkness. This is when it gets truly terrifying. His most trusted tool, his camera, starts to lie to him. He's taking test shots into the woods, just checking the light, but when he looks at the photos, he sees them. Blurry, human-looking shapes in the background that absolutely were not there a second ago. So you can imagine what's going through his head, right? Is it a trick of the light? Is he just exhausted? Or is everything they said about this place terrifyingly real? Here he is, a man of logic, totally trapped in a nightmare that's unfolding right in front of him. Just as his scientific brain is about to completely short-circuit, the forest makes its next move. And this time, it gets deeply, unimaginably personal. Out of the dead, suffocating silence of the woods, a voice whispers his name. It's a woman's voice, and it's a voice he recognizes, a voice he thought he would never, ever hear again. Now, to really get the shock of this, you have to know about his wife, Anaya. She was a botanist, and 5 years ago, she just vanished during an expedition in the Himalayas. They searched for months, found nothing. She was gone. So for him to hear her voice now, in this forest, hundreds of miles away, it's just impossible. And then, an apparition of Anaya appears right in front of him. But this is no happy reunion. The thing that's wearing his wife's face has a story to tell. And believe me, it is way, way darker than any ghost story you've ever heard. The warm, brilliant botanist he loved and lost is gone. In her place is this cold, spectral thing, a spirit that's bound to this forest. Her touch is like ice. Whatever she isn't human anymore. And with those words, the horrifying truth just crashes down on him. Anaya wasn't just lost, she was taken. The forest itself did something to her. It changed her, turned her into something else. She says she's a Yakshini. Now, in the local lore, a Yakshini is a kind of nature spirit, but it's a twisted existence. It's both the guardian of the forest and its prisoner, a soul that's trapped here to literally feed the forest's life force. So here's how this awful curse works. Anaya was never actually in the Himalayas. She was lured here, to this forest, to replace the soul that was trapped before her. And for her to ever be free, the cycle has to continue. The curse always needs a new soul to take the old one's place. Veer is now stuck with this just soul-crushing dilemma. But he refuses to be another piece in this forest's twisted, ancient game. The forest gives him two options, and they're both horrible. 1. He can sacrifice himself, take Anaya's place, and become the next prisoner. Or 2, he can refuse, and the forest will just consume his soul and he'll be gone forever, just another victim. But in this incredible moment of defiance, Veer just says, no. He rejects both choices. He's not going to continue the curse, and he's not going to be its victim. He declares that he's going to find a way to break the whole cycle for good. That's when Anaya reveals that there might be a third way. A kind of forgotten myth, a loophole, but it's a quest, a dangerous one. He has to travel to the very heart of the forest, somehow prove his love is selfless, and then offer a sacrifice, something the forest wants even more than another life. So Veer, our man of science, has to go on this full-blown mythical quest. He's not hunting a bird anymore. He's trying to save his wife's soul by taking on the ancient thing that holds her. And the big question isn't just if he can do it. It's what unimaginable price the forest is going to demand from him in return.